It's amazing what can go viral these days, isn't it? One minute you're a cat playing the keyboard, the next you're a priest. Well, let's just say doing something a little less holy. This isn't your typical cat video, folks. So gather around, my skeptical flock, as we delve into the scandal rocking the Catholic Church. Our story centers around Father Lucian, a man of the cloth who seems to have forgotten his vows faster than a parishioner forgets to silence their phone during Mass, allegedly. Buckle up as we try to unpack this whole saga, from the leaked video itself to the Church's reaction, or lack thereof. It's going to be a wild ride. Okay, picture this. You're scrolling through your social media feed, minding your own business, maybe looking at cat videos, because those are always a safe bet, and bam! You stumble upon a video titled, Father Lucian's Wild Night. Naturally, curiosity gets the better of you, because who wouldn't want to know what Father Lucian gets up to on a Friday night? Little did you know, you were about to witness something that would make you spit out your communion wine. The video, which we obviously cannot show here because YouTube would banish us faster than you can say Hail Mary, allegedly shows Father Lucian in a compromising position. And by compromising, we mean something that would make even the most liberal nun blush. Now, we're not here to judge anyone's personal life, but when you're a religious leader, there's a certain expectation of, shall we say, decorum. The internet, being the internet, went absolutely bonkers. Memes were created, hashtags were born, and Father Lucian became more famous than the Pope himself. No offense, Your Holiness. It was a PR nightmare for the Church, and a field day for anyone who enjoys a good dose of irony. Now, we want to be clear. These are just allegations at this point. We're not here to say whether Father Lucian is guilty or innocent. But what we can say is that this video has sparked a serious conversation about hypocrisy, accountability, and the blurred lines between our digital lives and our real ones. Think of it like this. If Father Lucian were a politician, he'd be resigning right about now. But since he's a priest, it's a whole different ballgame. The Church, as we all know, moves at its own pace. So while we wait with bated breath for some kind of official response from the Vatican, let's dive deeper into this scandal, shall we? Because let's be honest, we all secretly love a good scandal, especially when it involves someone who preaches morality on Sunday, but allegedly doesn't quite practice what they preach the rest of the week. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, what exactly does this infamous video show? Well, again, we can't show you the actual footage. This is a family-friendly show, or at least as family-friendly as a show about a priestly scandal can be. But we can describe it to you in the most delicate, PG-rated way possible. Imagine, if you will, a scene that would make your grandmother say, "Well, I never." Let's just say that the video allegedly involves Father Lucian, some questionable dance moves, an inflatable pool toy shaped like let's just say a religious icon, and a whole lot of things that would definitely not be considered holy water. It's the kind of stuff that would make you want to rinse your eyes out with holy water, assuming you hadn't already thrown your entire computer out the window. Now, the internet being the internet, people have been analyzing this video frame by frame like it's the Zapruder film. Some say it's real, some say it's fake, and some say it's all just a big misunderstanding. Like maybe Father Lucian was just practicing his interpretive dance routine for the Church talent show? Or maybe he was just trying to get the inflatable religious icon unstuck from the tree. We've all been there, right? But in all seriousness, the video is pretty damning. It's the kind of thing that could get you kicked out of your book club, let alone the Catholic Church. But the point is, we don't know the full story. And until Father Lucian steps forward and offers an explanation, the internet will continue to have a field day with this one. Now, the real mystery isn't what Father Lucian was doing in that video, but how on earth did it get out? I mean, did someone leave their phone lying around the rectory? Was it an inside job? Did the church organist finally snap after years of hearing Amazing Grace played off-key? Let's put on our detective hats and consider the possibilities. Scenario 1, a disgruntled altar boy, tired of carrying around those heavy candles, seeks revenge by leaking the video. Scenario 2, a tech-savvy nun, frustrated with the church's outdated views on women in the clergy, decides to take matters into her own hands. Or, and this is my personal favorite, Scenario 3, Father Lucian himself accidentally uploaded it to his public TikTok account while trying to figure out how those darn filters work. Okay, maybe that last one is a bit of a stretch, but the point is, someone out there knows how this video made its way from a private setting to the World Wide Web. And whoever that is, they're probably laying low right now, hoping they don't become the church's next target. What we have here is a classic whodunit, but instead of a lead pipe in the library, it's a smartphone in the sanctuary. And instead of Colonel Mustard, our prime suspects are a choir director with a grudge, a youth group leader with a vendetta, and that one old lady who always complains about the hymns being too modern. We may never know the true culprit, but one thing's for sure. This leak has exposed the underbelly of the church in a way that no one could have predicted. Now, you'd think that with a scandal of this magnitude, the Catholic Church would be in full-blown crisis mode, right? Statements would be issued, press conferences would be held, and heads would roll. But this is the Vatican we're talking about, an institution that measures time in centuries, not news cycles. So far, the Church's response has been about as exciting as watching paint dry on a Sunday morning. We've had a few vague statements about investigating the matter and praying for all involved. It's the kind of carefully worded non-response that would make a politician proud. You can practically hear the gears of the Vatican bureaucracy grinding away at a snail's pace. Committees are being formed, subcommittees are being appointed, and task forces are being assembled. Meanwhile, Father Lucian is probably still out there somewhere, living his best life, completely oblivious to the chaos he's unleashed. It's enough to make you wonder if the Church's PR team took a page out of the government's playbook: deny, deflect, and delay. And if all else fails, just blame it on the devil. So what does the future hold for Father Lucian? Will he be defrocked faster than you can say transubstantiation? Will he be banished to a remote parish where the only companions are sheep and his guilty conscience? Or will he somehow manage to weather the storm and emerge from this scandal relatively unscathed? Well, if we were betting people, and we're not because gambling is a sin, we'd say that Father Lucian's days as a parish priest are numbered. The Church might be slow to react, but they can't ignore a scandal of this magnitude forever. Especially in this day and age, when social media has a way of amplifying even the smallest of sins. Of course, there's always the possibility that Father Lucian will take the proactive approach and step down from his position voluntarily. Issue a heartfelt apology, go on a spiritual retreat, and maybe write a tell-all memoir about the whole ordeal. Hey, it worked for that one guy who wrote the book about being the Pope's butler. But let's be real, this is the Catholic Church we're talking about. An institution that's been around for over 2,000 years and has seen it all. They've dealt with heretics, schisms, and even the Black Death. A little scandal like this is probably just a blip on their radar. So, while Father Lucian might be facing some serious consequences, we wouldn't be surprised if he ends up getting reassigned to a different parish, where he can continue his priestly duties, albeit with a slightly tarnished reputation. Well, there you have it, folks. The Father Lucian saga. A tale of faith, scandal, and inflatable pool toys. It's enough to make you want to grab a rosary and a stiff drink. But hey, at least it wasn't boring, right? If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of religious intrigue, be sure to subscribe to the Wiz Warakwa YouTube channel for more hilarious and insightful commentary on the news that matters. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Because trust us, you don't want to be the last one to know what Father Lucian is up to next.